I am back, everybody. Free NBA Daily Bets, the podcast show, and on YouTube. My name is Eric. We have 7 games today for Tuesday, February 4th. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. First game up, we have the Dallas Mavericks at the Philadelphia 76ers. And Dallas was obviously not ready to play last game, not only just because of they sat everybody, but just because that trade with Luka Doncic was so shocking that they didn't even know how to play basketball that day. And the Cavaliers beat them by 50, 40 points, something like that. And so now a couple days have passed. Kyrie's back. PJ Washington's back. Gafford's back. Najee Marshall's back playing. Max Christie is eligible to play today as well from the Lakers. I think that they have enough there, guys. I think they have enough there to go out there and win today. And I do like the Mavericks side of the equation better than Philadelphia. So let's see here. Tuesday, so they play Thursday at Boston. This is the fourth game of a 5-game road trip. So they've lost 2 in a row. They've had a couple days now, 3 days to let it sink in. Hey, Luka's gone. Hey, let's get back to basketball. On the other side, Philadelphia, Joel Embiid may play, so that is something to think about. I forgot about Joel Embiid is questionable. He actually has a chance to play this game. Paul George is still out, and then Caleb Martin is questionable. Eric Gordon's also questionable. Andre Drummond's also questionable. Wait, Paul George may play in this game, guys. Why am I not thinking about betting Philadelphia here? Sorry, guys. I'm not leaning the Mavericks' way. I thought the injury report was different when I looked at this game earlier yesterday. So everyone's questionable. Man, and they all practiced the day before. I think these guys play. The only thing is that Joel Embiid hasn't played in a long time. Paul George hasn't played in a long time. This team has had great chemistry. Their last 6 games without all these guys. They do have a back-to-back. They play Wednesday against Miami. That's an Eastern Conference opponent. I don't know if those guys play. Why would you want them to play against the Eastern Conference opponent? I mean, the Western Conference opponent. That does nothing for tiebreakers at all. I think those guys rest and play Wednesday. I think so. That's my gut feeling, guys. So actually, I'm back on Dallas. I don't think those guys from the 76ers play. They may play. I hope they get ruled out, and then Dallas will switch to a small favorite, and I'll bet Dallas. Even though the 76ers are off 2 losses and they've been playing well, I just think Dallas has enough time to compose themselves and get a win here. Over-unders at 224.5. Philly's been playing overs nonstop. Their new small ball lineup. I can only look over 224.5, guys. All right, next game up. We got a good one, really good one. Boston Celtics at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Line is -1.5. Also -2, so +2 if you like Boston. Total is at 235.5. 236. A little bit of under money coming in right now as it's midnight on the East Coast. For Boston, they're all healthy. So clean injury sheet for them. They are off a win at Philadelphia, but they were losing the entire game until the fourth quarter, and then they stormed back. They won the 2 games before that. So 3-game winning streak for them. It's their first 3-game winning streak since early January. They haven't won 4 games in a row since Friday, November 22nd. So literally a long-ass time. They have not been in good form. They barely beat New Orleans. They barely beat Philadelphia. Those are 2 not very good teams right now. And, they've been losing a lot. So I don't trust them going into Cleveland. They play Thursday at home against Dallas. For Cleveland, everyone is good on their injury report except for Okoro. So that's pretty good news for them. They have everybody available. And Cleveland still doesn't want to be big or little brother. They don't want to be little brother to Boston because, that's probably going to be their competition. And, well, no, I mean, the Eastern Conference has some pretty good teams. I mean, Milwaukee and New York can beat Cleveland or Boston in the playoffs. So it's not a set that Boston and Cleveland meet up in the Eastern Conference Finals. But still, this is a team where they want to make it known that, like, no, we're better than you. Cleveland does. In my opinion, that's how they're viewing this game. Boston, they're obviously going to want this game too to kind of like reassert themselves as big brother and kind of put the, try to put a little ease on the losing that's been happening. Kind of like reaffirm like, hey, we're still the best team in the NBA and in the Eastern Conference. So it's an interesting game, guys. It really is. Cleveland doesn't play. Oh no, Cleveland. This is the front end of a back-to-back. They play at Detroit on Wednesday. It's barely any travel at all for them. They're very used to that, and they're all eyes on Boston. They don't care about Detroit. We'll bet Detroit on Wednesday for sure, guys. Absolutely. It's an awful spot for Cleveland. Great spot for Detroit. So Wednesday we'll be on Detroit. But right now, I like Cleveland, guys. I like Cleveland with that short number, -1.5. I really like that. Yes, Boston could win easily. They could definitely win this game. I'm not doubting that at all. But just Cleveland, they want to be top dog, guys. They want it. And like they're hungry and they're healthy and they're at home. Boston hasn't been playing that well. Only thing is they're best team against the spread. So, and Boston's one of the worst teams against the spread. It's a small number. If you just, Boston to win, they're due some ATS wins. Cleveland's definitely due some ATS losses. I don't love it, guys. I don't love it. But I definitely lean Cleveland. Over under, I think there's going to be some intensity in this game, and I do lean under 236. Cleveland is still the best over team. It's 67% as well. So, yeah, I like the under 235, and I like Cleveland, but I don't think I'm going to bet it. We'll see. We'll see. Next game up, guys. We got the Houston Rockets at the Brooklyn Nets. These teams just played each other the other day. What was it, Sunday? Saturday. In Houston, and Houston lost surprisingly 110-98. Now they've lost 3 games in a row. Houston has, and they play tonight at the Knicks, so no travel. They'll just go across the Brooklyn Bridge from Manhattan and play the Nets tomorrow. Let's check the minutes logged for Houston. Let's see here. Dylan Brooks put 40 minutes in, Amen Thompson 37, Tari Eason 34, Jalen Green 36. These are all really young guys. I think that they will be ready to go. I don't anticipate anybody will sit out. And then also our boy Sengun might be able to play. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Sengun. He did not play today against the Knicks, but he was questionable. And it's with a calf issue. So Sengun might play. That'd be icing on the cake because there'll be a fresh body in there. Fred VanVleet, he's week to week, so he's going to miss some time, guys. So I don't like that for the Rockets. I really don't like that. Fred's a good control for them. I like them against Brooklyn. I don't like them moving forward, though. I'm going to be looking to fade Houston without Fred VanVleet in the lineup. So Ben Simmons, Cam Johnson, Noah Clowney, all 3 of them will not play. So all 3 of them will not play. So we're looking at a D'Angelo Russell, Keon Johnson, Zaire Williams, Jalen Wilson, Nick Claxton lineup. That'll be their starters. They'll have Tyrese Martin off the bench, Day'Ron Sharp off the bench. They're trending Watford. I do like Nets team total under whatever it's gonna be. Now they've won 2 in a row recently. They haven't won a home game. Goodness, they haven't won a home game since December 4th, guys. Wow. They have literally won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 road games. Their last 6 wins have been road games. Oh, well, they get Washington on Wednesday. But I kind of like Washington right now. Well, they will get Charlotte on Monday. That will be their win. Charlotte is trash. Okay, so front end of a back-to-back for the Nets. Yeah, I like the team total under for the Nets. I do. Or maybe even Houston. No, because Brooklyn wants to play slow, guys. They've had 2 days off. They'll probably want to hunker down, play slow. See what the total is. Total's at 209. 208.5. I really like Rockets team total over. I really like Rockets -9. This is a competitive group that doesn't like to lose and definitely wants to play the revenge angle. Let's take a look at Houston's losses this year and how they are in revenge. So have they played Charlotte again? Let's see if they played Charlotte. Yeah, they beat Charlotte by 13. Covered that after they lost to them earlier in the season in the first game. Then San Antonio, they beat them in revenge on their 4th game of the season. Let's see, Golden State. Did they play Golden State? No, they lost in revenge to a bunch of backups. I forgot about that. No, I remember that now. Let's see, Oklahoma City. They got them in revenge. So they're 3-1 in revenge spots already. Let's check Milwaukee. Do they play Milwaukee yet? No, they haven't played Milwaukee yet. Anybody else? Sacramento. Let's check Sacramento real quick. No, they didn't get Sacramento. So they're like 4-2 in revenge angles. My quick math looking at it. So I think they get up for this one, guys. And they've lost 3 in a row. So yeah, definitely Brooklyn team total under. I got to write that down. That's a bet. That's a bet for sure. That's a bet. Absolutely it is. All right, so let's do this. Let's put. Sorry guys, I'm thinking loading here. Houston -9, and then Brooklyn team total under whatever it's gonna be. I mean, that's probably gonna be low. I kind of like Houston -9 more, but yeah, that's how I'm viewed in that game, guys. Next game up, we have the New York Knicks at the Toronto Raptors. I already bet this game, guys. I released my play. I released all my plays at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Again, at Easy Money Wins. I released Raptors +6.5, and the Raptors are just playing too damn good to be getting like really no respect like as a home team. You know, like home team in the NBA. Their starting five's intact. Their starting five's been playing really well. Been shooting the ball really well. The bench is solid. Bruce Brown and Boucher are questionable, but other than that, like, they're good. Let's see here. They have won, 8 out of their last 10 games, guys. And these are against some good-ass teams, too. They beat Golden State, Boston, Orlando, Atlanta, and the Clippers. So this is the front end of a back-to-back. They do play at home again on Wednesday tomorrow against Memphis. They like to play unders. New York's on a second game of a back-to-back, though. You know, let's check the minutes logged for the Knicks. And the thing is, the Knicks are without Anunoby already. I doubt Anunoby plays in this game. So they're already kind of short. They barely beat Houston. Had to come back and beat Houston today, and they only won by 6, and that was at home. So I like... Oh, yeah, they all played heavy minutes, guys. Brunson played 37. Karl Anthony Towns 39, Mikal Bridges 39, Josh Hart 40, Precious Achiuwa 34 minutes, Miles McBride 26, Campaign 11. Like they played a lot of minutes, guys. There's no freaking way they're going to be able to blow the. I mean, they could, but I don't see it, guys. I think Toronto plays really well. I think they score really well. They've been scoring better at home lately when they get up for these games. Let's see what the over-under is. Over-under's at 230. I lean over, but then at the same time, I don't know if everybody plays for the Knicks. This isn't like a spot where you're like, hey, right before the All-Star break, like we really, really need to get this win. Like, no, you guys got the good win last night against the Rockets. It depends who plays. I could see Karl Anthony Towns sitting. I could see Jalen Brunson sitting, and then I would say this is going to go under because the Raptors like playing under games at home. They really hunker down on defense at home. I like Knicks team total under. Let's see what that is. That's like going to be 118.5. I lean that way. Lean that way for sure. But yeah, I'm on Raptors plus 6.5. I really like that bet. I might make it a 5-unit play. I'd be pretty damn impressed if New York, with every starter playing 39 minutes, the travel from Manhattan to, from New York City to Toronto is not bad at all. But still, it's still a little extra thing you got to do. A little bit of travel. You're gonna get in sleep later than you normally do. I think it does. Through the course of 48 minutes tomorrow, I think the Raptors hang very close. I think the Raptors are allowed to win this game, guys. Next game up, we have the Miami Heat at the Chicago Bulls. The line is -3.5. Also a -4 out there, so a +4 if you like the Bulls. The Bulls are a home dog. And the Miami Heat had a really nice win against San Antonio over the weekend on Saturday night. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. Pretty good wins here. And then, yeah, let's see. They also front end of a back-to-back, so a lot of back-to-back situations going on today. They play at Philly on Wednesday. And Philly, like I said, I think Philly rests everybody for that game, so I think the Heat need to go for this game and try to win this one. Everyone's healthy for the Heat, except for obviously Jimmy Butler's suspended still. They're probably going to trade him. And Duncan Robinson, I believe, is probable or questionable. I think he's probable. Let's see, Duncan Robinson. Sorry, let me check real quick. Duncan is probable. So they have all their players available, most likely, coming off a nice win. They've had a lot of losing, though, of late. For a majority of the season, they're only, they're 24 and 23, but it looks like they have more losses than wins of late. So a team that's not been in great form, but, they've been getting good wins when they really, really need to get a win. They just got a good win. Chicago, they looked really uninterested in playing any bit of defense against, what was it, the Pistons the other day. Zach LaVine's now gone, but there's still rumors about Vucevic and Lonzo Ball being traded. They just added Trey Jones and Kevin Huerter. I don't expect them to be like, I don't know, Trey Jones and Kevin Huerter, like they play. Like I don't expect that to go smooth. Like, first time playing with new teammates and stuff. They're off that loss, like I said. They've been alternating wins and losses the last, 7 games, pretty much. Before that, they had a long losing streak, but then they had a little winning episode, losing streak. I'm looking to fade Chicago, guys. Chicago plays with no defensive effort, so I can't expect them to, hold teams, to a close game. I can't. It's either they just outshoot the crap out of the other team or they're going to get blown out. That's my opinion, and that's kind of what they've been. Their last 7 losses have all been pretty much blowouts, and then they have a incredible win, which it doesn't make any sense. So this is also a first of a back-to-back for them. They play Wednesday at Minnesota. I can only look Miami here, and I think I'm going to bet them, guys. I think I am going to take Miami -3.5. I don't see why not. Yeah, you could say it's just Chicago's defense is so bad, guys. They really just don't give an F out there. And the Miami, they're good. Trade-wise, I don't think anybody else is getting traded from their roster except for Jimmy Butler. Well, actually, maybe another person. But, I like Miami to come in there. They got some good rhythm. I like them to get this win. And by 4 points, I think that's definitely attainable. So, I think I'm going to bet the Heat, guys. I'm just thinking it over, but I think I'm going to get there with it. Over-unders at 228.5. And I lean. If I like the Heat to win, but the Bulls. But see, this is the problem I had. I took the Bulls team total under against Detroit the other day, and Detroit was like, okay, you guys don't really care, then we don't really care. Let's just keep scoring a ton of points. And like, if you guys don't like, the Bulls will carry that lackadaisical effort and it's contagious, and then it'll drag the other team to just score a ton of points, and then the Bulls will just, then the other team also play bad defense too, because it's that stuff is contagious. Like the game flow, the style of the game. If one team is just like so in their way, like it can be very, it can really rub off on the other team, and then they start acting the same way. So I lean under 228. I don't feel great about that. I'm not going to bet that over under. Next game up, Battle of LA. We have the Clippers. We have the Clippers hosting the Lakers. See the depth chart for the Lakers. So Dorian Finney-Smith looks good to go. Gabe Vincent and LeBrono. Let's see. Oh, no. Dorian Finney-Smith is questionable. Sorry. Gabe Vincent is questionable. LeBron James is probable. So Jackson Hayes played the last game. They're off 2 really nice wins against the Knicks and against, the Wizards. But, I mean, that road trip was good. They won 4 out of 5 games on the road trip. I guess it's still technically the road trip, even though this is in LA. Yeah, I mean, they've had 2 days off, acclimated back to the West Coast. I don't love that because they had the wildfires before they left. And then, now they're coming back first time in like a week, 2 weeks almost. And they probably have a lot to do. I know JJ Redick does, right? I mean, his house burned down in the Palisades fire, so he's got a lot of like personal stuff he has to attend to for sure. Yeah, I like the Clippers in this game, guys. I just think, even though they've had 2 days off, the Lakers have. I just still think there's just too much stuff going on with them, with the trade. Let's take a look at how Jackson Hayes played, because he's the guy right now. But again, there's also still more trade rumor stuff going on with the Lakers because they want to add another big. So, I mean, a lot of these guys could be moved for sure. And it could be today. We might find out today. Trade deadline's Thursday. They've been making trades early. So Jackson Hayes only played 22 minutes, 2 rebounds, literally a non-factor. Let's see who else played a lot of minutes as a big. Not many other guys. So maybe they play a little small ball right now with their current setup. So that might be an overlook. Now the Clippers, they've lost. Well, everyone's healthy, so that's first off. So that's great. Everyone's healthy for the Clippers. And they play Thursday at home. They got a 4-game homestand. This is also their first game back, too. I don't like that either. They've only had 1 day off yesterday. And, I mean, they were home a little bit longer than the Lakers were before they had to go on their road trip. So, Palisades fires probably were calming down then, and they were getting everything figured out. Guys. I still like, I mean, the line's high. It's -7.5 to the Clippers. I think it's a little too high. I do like the Clippers to win, but the Clippers just beat the Lakers recently on Sunday, January 19th. The Clippers did win, so the Lakers are going to be motivated for this game. Good energy with like the Luka Doncic trade. That's tough. I like the Lakers to cover. I like the Clippers to win. Over under is 220. And man, both teams play Thursday. I mean, if the Lakers go small ball, I could see it going over. That line's kind of tough in my opinion. I'm going to stay off of it. I'm going to stay off of that game, guys. Most likely. I want to bet the Clippers some way, somehow, but maybe Clippers team total over would be a good way to go. If the Lakers just don't play if they do play small. Let's see, that'd be 110, 113 and a half, something like that. All right, next game up, last game of the night. The Pacers at the Trailblazers. The Pacers barely won. They came back and beat the Utah Jazz 112 to 111. Let's check. Let's see how many minutes they played in that game. Let's see. They play Thursday against the Clippers. It's obviously a rest spot for them. They can't play 3 nights in a row. Let's see here. Indiana, 34 minutes for Halliburton, 33 minutes for Siakam. Andrew Nembhard, 30 minutes. So nothing crazy. The travel from Utah to Portland is not crazy travel either. So, the Pacers have been winning, guys. They've been winning. Let's see what we got here. So they've won 4 in a row. Now, the only thing is that the Trailblazers have played really damn well themselves. Let's see. They're in overtime right now against Phoenix. So they still got some work to do here, but man, they're in overtime right now. But they're at home tomorrow, guys. So Avdija's played 39 minutes, Aiden 38, Simons 37, Scoot Henderson 22, Sharp 19, Klingon 10, Kamara 41 minutes, Jeremy Grant 37. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know if they play or not. Like all their guys, the Trailblazers. They might sit somebody, but they've been red hot, guys. They've been red hot. So, I mean, with this game, we kind of need to see what happens. The line's already creeping up. Indiana -5. we got to see if Indiana plays everybody. This is kind of a weird game. It's a non-conference game. Not a lot of incentive to, really go after this game. Right by the trade deadline, too. There might be some trades happening with both these teams, potentially. You never know. Weird time. I lean Indiana -4.5, -5. I don't love it. Over-unders at 232. I kind of like it under, just because I don't think these teams are gonna be interested. I don't think they are. We have to see who plays for tomorrow for this game, guys. I don't know. Too much to feel out. Trailblazers are so red hot. +5. That sounds like a good side too. I don't know. That's a tough game, guys. Tough game there, but plenty to like, guys. I'll recap. I like the Mavericks if everyone sits out for the 76ers. I do lean Cleveland. I like the Rockets a lot. I like the Raptors. I already bet them +6.5. I like the Heat -3.5. I think I'm going to get there with them. Lean Clippers to win, Lakers to cover, and then toss up with that last game. So that's it, guys. That's the show. Appreciate y'all for listening. Drop a like, drop a comment. Follow me on social media at Easy Money Wins and at Twitter at Easy Money Wins for all my official plays. I'll see you on the next show.